had films like Selma. You had films like Citizen 4, which won Best Documentary. That's the film by Laura Poitras about Edward Snowden. And imagine that. Movies that have that have depth to them, that have a broad message, whether it be a social justice message or a message of true real life trial and tribulation, tend to do well when it comes to winning awards in Hollywood. Wow, what a big surprise there. It's happened for as long as I can remember. Years and years and years. But over at Fox News, they're not too happy with the Oscar results. Let's hear more, though, from Stacey Dash.
Everyone else, I agree with Mr. Trump. I miss the glamour, the elegance, the class, the majesty of the Oscars. You know, I'm an actress.
Press pause.
I've dreamed about it my whole life.
Yeah. Maybe you'll get a gig on Celebrity Apprentice.
So retroactively ashamed of my childhood crush right now.
Yeah, but she longs for the majesty and the classiness of the Academy Awards. What has happened that makes it different? Oh, the fact that, again, like I said before, this has always been the issue, but I guess they're just realizing now, the fact that political issues are brought up at the Academy Awards, that somehow hurts the classiness of the Oscars. I mean, you can have an argument about the classiness or the majesty or the whatever of the Oscars. You can argue what's going on over there. The racial disparities or the various other true issues that affect Hollywood. But her issue is that Hollywood is talking about politics. Let's continue, though.
Life, and it just seems to be going away.
What about the race issue? And we heard Neil Patrick Harris there at the very end of it. You know, obviously he felt like he had to apologize for the fact that Selma was not being, honored in a much bigger way.
Right. Well,
other films.
I don't know if it's because of race, but I do know that if it were something conservative and there were not any black people in the audience or on the stage getting awards, there would be a lot of, problems.
Double standard?
Yeah, double standard.
How
They're hypocrites.
To this day.
Sorry?
No, I'm just saying, how pervasive are politics right now in Hollywood to the point where we can't even watch the Oscars? And everyone has a right to their freedom of speech, but you would think that there would be some who might feel a different way. Are they being silenced still?
Oh, yeah, being silenced. And I think that, they're so chummy with this administration. They love it so much, so why aren't they making them do the changes?
But then we hear what they're saying behind the scenes when when the dialogue was leaked out about their past, about what they were emailing each other, thanks to North Korea.
The bigger issue was that on a large scale, if you look at the Academy Awards and who is nominated, it is largely white people. It really, yes, Selma was nominated this year, and as the film with the, compared to the other films at least, the most black actors and actresses in the movie, then I guess you can deduce that if you're Fox News, that they wanted Selma to be nominated for more films and for more awards. And yes, maybe it should have. If you've seen the movie, I hear it's a great movie. Perhaps it should have been nominated for more. But the issue is not just with Selma.
Can I just add really briefly?
Go ahead.
So we know that the history of the Oscars, there's been streakers, or streaker. We know that, in terms of the politics undermining the, quote, majesty that, quote, Mr. Trump talked about, we know that, Tom...
Nothing's more majestic than Celebrity Apprentice. You're fired.
You're fired. Hold on one second. I'm buying a girl from Armenia.
Look at this classiness I have here. Miss Universe with the bikini models, and they're flaunting themselves.
Yeah, he's basically invented to make Bill O'Reilly look classy.
Listen, we gotta keep politics out of these sorts of big style entertainment events. Now let's ask our Miss Universe contestants political questions so they can say something stupid and we get those viral moments out there.
Exactly. No, but look, in 1973, and Tom Hanks talking about gay rights, all these things. 1973. Okay, this is a truly amazing moment. I don't know if you know about this, but I had to cut this in. Marlon Brando was such a big supporter of, at that time, it was the American Indian movement, right?
Oh, yes, I know about
so
this.
So
Yes,
radical.
yes.
This is a radical. This is like the equivalent of the Black Panthers for Native Americans almost. He turned down, he didn't accept his Academy Award for
yes.
Godfather
And
and
he wanted a member of that organization to.
He had a woman
Yes.
named, I think her name, Little Feather, I don't remember her last name. She came and she gave a speech on his behalf about the human rights crisis of Native Americans. Okay? And in my view, that's pretty majestic. But if you're talking about, I haven't seen anything with chutzpah like that happen in any recent memory. And a couple of like John Legend and Common making some classy comments, and women should get paid equally, and Neil Patrick Harris joke.
I mean, let's really.
This would have given them all friggin' heart
Let's really
attacks.
break down what bothers them about this. What hurts the classiness and majesty of the Academy Awards just this year. Patricia Arquette calling for women to get paid the same as men for the same exact job for doing the same exact work.
Not very majestic.
Yeah, not very majestic. No class there. We have John Legend and Common winning for Best Song for the song Glory, which was absolutely hands down the. You want to argue that maybe Summer wasn't the greatest movie this year? Fine. But Glory was easily the greatest song in a motion picture this year. Hardly even a contest there, if you ask me. They had the messages in their song, and then they used the Academy Awards to specifically speak out on specific issues. John Legend talked about how the Voting Rights Act is being compromised in this country today. He spoke out about how black men make disproportionate numbers, make up the disproportionate numbers of the people who are incarcerated in the United States. The class. Where's the class?